Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't give back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
The last couple of days has brought some amazing shit, at least for the humans that run this world. It has been unseasonably warm for most of May, to the point where midsummer temperatures have been reached early in spring.
What was spring?
Before I get into our changes, however, who would like to give our recap?
Nose goes. Nose goes. Critter already did a nose goes. So it's between Krisha and Marli.
Really?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, give us your recap.
Okay. So at first, I wasn't there, but people were at a mall and they were looking for a guy. And it had been a few days. So everyone's trying their powers and being like, we gotta find him, we gotta find him. And then I got a call that's like a text that's like, hey, from stepdad, get to the mall, yo. And I was like, you're not my real dad. And he was like, get to the mall. So I went to the mall. Because what girl does not want to go to the mall? No.
I'll tell you from experience, this ain't that kind of mall.
No. I'm assuming it's not. But let me have my fun. Okay? Let me have my fun. So I go to the mall. and I almost get bested by a door, which is rude because we all know how much Penelope loves me. And Penelope said, "Thou shalt not enter." And I was like, you know what, Penelope, me and you gonna have words, okay? So now Adelie has a vendetta against the door, but
Just
she did
not
eventually
present
win. And yeah, no, we did not find the person, but we did go outside and try to talk to some animals, and Val was amazing because Val was just like, "It's so pretty out here. I'm just gonna stare at cool things. I'm happy. I am happy and loafing around. This is nice." And everyone else was like, "We're gonna go look at security." And then the three of us that were outside were like, "We're gonna try stuff." So Val was one. Val was like, "I'm gonna try to sit here and look at the stars because they're pretty." I was like, "I'm gonna talk to animals," which apparently my powers were also not working because most animals were like, "We don't want to talk to you." Or if they did talk to me, they don't remember anything because they have like a 3-second goldfish memory. And then we finally got Doctor to go ahead and use his powers and get some animals to talk to us. But it turns out that mice are pretentious jerks. They are not nice. They are way too bougie. And they do not give good information. We do not trust them anymore. So birds and mice are not my favorites. They make good lunch, though. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, so eventually we just kind of left because we didn't get anywhere. And that's what happened.
You forgot that we actually got a lead.
One moment. I think we're gonna lose Krisha again.
Quick question. Can you guys hear the air conditioner?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's fucking summer.
Okay.
See,
You
I
good?
have a fan going right behind me to bring in the cool air from the living room into here. So, yeah.
You good? I know that look. Alright, so,
This is not my third energy drink today. Nobody tell Squirrel.
No, Squirrel's just going to find out after the fact when it actually goes live on Twitch.
So, as I mentioned, it has been unseasonably warm. We have had midsummer temperatures in springtime. As a matter of fact, fire season has started up. You guys got a bit of a taste of that during last session, where part of downtown Edmonton caught fire.
Swamp coolers in the home.
Pardon?
Gotta have swamp coolers in the home.
Unfortunately, since the beginning of the year, roughly 441,000 hectares have burned. Within the last 2 weeks, 30,000 people have been displaced, most of whom are returning to wreckage. And there is not much being done to curtail the fires on account of it's being left in the hands of the volunteers. So fires are raging out of control. It is unseasonably warm. And for the last 2 days, the entirety of Edmonton has been covered in a blanket of smoke to the point where when you step outside, it smells like you're standing next to a campfire.
I like the smell of campfire. I just don't want to be breathing it 24/7.
At the moment, it sits about 27 degrees Celsius because of that and the insulation that the smoke is providing. People are irritable. People are cranky.
Yup.
Nobody is happy. As the sun sinks lower into the city, the tension that floats over the city itself can be cut with a knife. Sorry, give me 1 second. That cat's gonna be the death of me. Anyways, as the sun sets, the tension that floats over the city could almost be cut with a knife. It is fairly palpable. And as the sun lowers, we are going to get each and every one of you to make me a rouse check, please. This includes our guest for tonight as well.
And a note that despite the fact that there is smoke covering the sky and everything else, we are in the north. That means sunset is currently tonight at 9:38.
Jesus.
All right.
PM. The later into the year that we go, the further into summer we get, the later the sun is going to set. And we haven't even reached the peak time where sun sets at the latest yet. We're not even close to it.
Shit.
Sunrise will be at 5:20, so that is how long we have.
You have around 8 hours.
Good grief.
So, I'm going to call one at a time. Elizabeth, browse check. How are your dice doing tonight?
Well, I got a 9, so
That is a success. Congratulations.
yay!
Valerie.
Bit 8.
8. That is a success. Ottilie.
8.
Success. Sammy.
I pre-rolled it. It was, do you want me to re-roll it or just give you what I got?
What'd you get?
I failed.
What did you roll?
I rolled a blank. I got the fancy dice.
Oh, yeah, that's a fail. You're going to add a point of hunger to your hunger track.
Yep.
D.
Good start to the night.
Right? D.
I got a 5.
That's a fail. You add a point of hunger to your hunger track. And yes, this is a thermos, and yes, I will be drinking from it. Deal with it.
Yep.
As your eyes pop open to our 4 main players, or 4 regulars, throughout all of the house, at first you think you can smell the campfire smoke filtering throughout this structure. But the more you kind of pull towards consciousness, the less that smell goes away as fans kick in,
Ooh.
filtering the air.
Oh, thank goodness.
It seems this house also circulates the air and recycles it, filtering it. We are going to start with Elizabeth tonight. What are you doing?
So has any of the garden work gotten done on the backyard yet? Or are we, what is the plan? Because originally we were saying we were going to build something, and then something was going to be built for us, and then it's like, let's just build a new house. So in the weeks we have not been... What has happened?
We'll say that some of the garden work has been started throughout the week. It's not looking the best, but you can at least tell there's work being done. Like, grass has been pulled back, wood has been kind of shaped and formed. There's, you know, a bit of an outlining for where you want the garden to go, but it's been a really rough week.
Especially with them fires.
Yeah. We are under a total fire ban. Any sparks will go up.
I imagine like the workers like just we would have had to like let them take the time off, and we would just pick back up once everything cooled down and the fire season was over.
So you've got kind of the outline for the garden, but not much else has been done other than that.
All right, so I obviously wake up. I'm in the room with my sweet, sweet partner,
Who is
Lydia.
once again standing over you, staring at you like a fucking freak.
She has to be trying to just like she has to be trying at this point to just like.
Every time you wake up, she's just a little bit closer, and a little bit closer.
I give her a quick smooch on the nose. And then, I don't know. We go downstairs, and I look outside and see the sky, and it's just, oh, that's bad. That's not good.
It's completely gray. You can actually see the smoke hanging in the air. It's that thick.
Oh, that's really bad.
With chunks of ash just falling like
There
snow.
are certain parts of Alberta where chunks of ash are falling from the sky.
My deck is covered in ash.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I guess if there's a couch or if there's like a chair that's right up against a window, just like, it's like kids when they like wake up on a snow day, just like looking out, but it's like the opposite of that. It's just like, of course I have the fancy vampire vision, so I can like see everything in like 4K and just like,
and there's like that orange glow along with it because it's like nighttime for us right now.
So you take a seat in the living room, pulling up a chair by the window and just kind of watching things. We're going to move to Valerie. What are you doing as you wake up with Victoria kind of pulled up against you? She said, she seems to be whimpering at the moment.
What?
One moment, please.
What kind of whimpering are we talking about?
Almost insistent. You can also see her kind of picking at her fingernail bed. Look at her.
She's asleep?
No, she's awake.
I'm just going to gently put my hand over cuticles that she's picking and get her attention.
She pulls herself out of whatever kind of trance she seemed to have been in. She looks over at you. There's an almost painful look in her eyes.
What's bothering you?
oh my god.
It looks like she's trying to form words. She can't quite make it.
If you're struggling with your words today, I can always, if it's something you want me to know about, I can always listen in.
I feel like there's ants under my skin.
You feel sick?
No. Normally you fix that. It's never been this bad.
Why don't you lay down for a moment? Just breathe, relax. I'm gonna like tuck her into me a little bit, and, like sit down with her and just sort of like stroke her hair
She's shivering.
and just sort of almost like enforce my presence almost. I have a feeling I know what's the issue here. Is it related to how old I am?
Nope. Not that you can tell.
Can I get a good idea of, do I, is this something I could use like intuition or intelligence to kind of suss out?
Give me 1 second. There might actually be something you can do. Just give me 1 second to check your character sheet here.
I mean, I could totally just dive in her head and find out,
You could.
but I do that with permission.
That's going to be intelligence plus medicine. bird tail to the face.
All right. So we have one hunger dice,
What'd you roll on
which
the
is a
hunger dice?
7.
7. Okay.
And then we have another 7,
Yep.
2 9s, a 10, and then 1 2.
This isn't really your area of expertise, from what you can tell. There is one among you who might be able to answer the questions that you need. But it's almost like she's craving something on such a basic level, she can't control her body's reaction to it.
But I'm not sure. But Valerie doesn't know what that could be. Because, I mean, I can hazard a guess.
The closest you can come is something along the lines of beginning stages of addiction.
Yeah. But, okay.
Yikes.
And is what I'm doing helping her at all at the moment?
Like right now?
Yes, right now.
No.
Oof.
Do you know what would help with this? Is there something I can do for you to at least make you more comfortable until we can figure this out?
She pulls her hair out of the way and tilts her neck. And tilts her head. Almost the moment you stop talking.
I have my reservations, but for the moment, we'll keep it in mind. And, well, I am peckish, so let's have a little
So you feed.
morning break.
The moment you pierce her flesh, you hear an audible sigh of relief, and her body stops shivering.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn.
We're going to move over to Ottilie. Hi. What are you doing as you pull yourself out of slumber?
Who's a pretty puppy?
I'm going to saunter down the hallway to Leah's room because we're not at the point of necessarily always being in the same place.
Okay.
We do have personal space, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to knock on the door. I'm not going to scream this time. This time.
I can hear her resenting. Meow.
Ma. I was singing the songs about people. Ma.
So,
Meow.
you knock on her door, and a moment later, she opens. She
Are
kinda
you asleep?
peeks out the crack at you.
Are you asleep?
You just see her stare at you for a minute. Looks you up and down. Last I checked, I wasn't, but you might want to come in and find out.
Okay, I would like to come in because we're gonna pretend from all that marathon we had that I have to do the be invited into your room thing, 'cause we did a vampire marathon, yeah.
As far as I am concerned, you have an open invite. And she steps back and opens the door.
Okay, so remember when we talked about that weird thing that I do where I would like to do the chomp chomp, but I can't do it necessarily with full effect while you're away. So can we work it out so you just fake it so I can make it?
You want me to pretend to be asleep?
Yeah.
Well,
with your permission to chomp chomp, because yeah, see, I have a weird thing about me, and I kind of prefer sleeping or unconscious people. It's easier if they're not looking at me screaming. I just kind of like it that way.
I'll tell you what, why don't I get ready for bed? Why don't I actually go to sleep a little early, because I do have some errands to run around doing tomorrow. Come back in a couple of hours, and you can drink till your heart's content.
Thank you.
She
I better
nods.
go see what's in the kitchen.
Be careful what you ask for, not to her heart's content. That might kill you.
You're
I
not
am
there.
small. I am small. Can't drink that much.
See, you're heading down to the kitchen.
Yeah.
She shuts the door as you mosey on your way down to the kitchen, and we are going to move over to D.
Looking out the window of my bedroom, all that ash, that smoke, reminded of being reminded of the wildfire that happened in Dana Point back in 2004. The first of many wildfires that happened, and this one that's happening now is just making me remember that year. I was kind of a teen. My character D would have been in her teenage years, but so much ash and smoke. It wasn't as heavy as what's going on here now, but you could still see the ash fall from the sky like snowflakes, and everything was just covered in ash, as if a freshly fallen kind of brownish snowfall. There was a few days where none of us were able to go to school. And I just had to like watch out my window then, like I'm doing now. And it's a little bit weird. It's kind of surreal seeing it as I am now, because of like the vampiric vision and being able to see better at night now. It's kind of a surreal feeling, and at the same time, it's like, shit. This place is just getting worse with all the lack of things being put into our wildlife reserves and whatnot.
Anything else you're doing as you wake up?
So with like the air circulations and the filtration systems, are there like AC units for humans and whatnot?
The house is relatively cool. You can't tell if there's AC units, but the air is relatively cool.
Okay, sweet. I am going to double. So one of the routines I probably would have started doing is checking what some of the investments that I have done, see how they're doing, and check to see how some of the markets that I've been keeping watch on, how they're doing. And then once I've checked all that, seeing that I am a little bit hungry, I'm going to check in on hold on. Marcus, and if Elijah is around, Elijah as well, make sure that those two are doing okay.
Elijah and Marcus seem to be doing just fine, actually.
That's good.
Elijah is kind of sprawled out on his bed reading a book.
I was not expecting that bit, but okay. Oh, hi, Elijah.
And Marcus is sprawled out on his bed, also reading a book.
Are they roommates?
Nope, you said you were checking on them both, though.
Yeah, but I also would have knocked.
They do, however, both seem to be reading a copy of the same book.
What book is it?
One of the books detailing Robin Hood and his merry men. Adventures through Sherwood Forest.
Huh. Any particular reason you both are reading it at the same time? I would ask one of them.
Elijah pipes up and says, I just like the story. I mean, tell me it's not heroic. I started reading it. Marcus came to visit, came to say hi, decided he wanted to read. I happen to have a spare copy lying around.
I may have to borrow one of your copies when you guys are done.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Sweet. What are you guys up to this evening besides, well, that?
Elijah looks at the room, looks out his bedroom window. Apparently not much.
Yeah. Has just these fires been getting worse by the year? That's what I kind of saw on, like...
Unfortunately.
Jeez. That's really shitty.
Was there anything you needed?
Am I talking to Elijah or Marcus right now?
At the moment, we'll go to, we'll assume Marcus.
Okay. Well, wanted to say hi, check in on you, make sure you're doing okay.
He nods.
Obviously. And, I don't think we're going to be doing much of going out tonight, so I don't exactly have to worry about feeding much. All that being said, maybe at some point, depending on what happens and how peckish I get. But other than that, I'm totally down for hanging out. Where are you at so far with that book, by the way?
Pardon?
Where are you at so far with that book, as I'm looking at that book again?
He's about a quarter of the way through.
Damn.
Give me a couple days.
Okay.
As you two are talking, we're going to move down to the living room with our medical student sitting in it. With our doctor sitting in it.
I worked hard for that degree. Thank you very much.
Yes, I will be hanging out with Marcus for the time being and getting to know him better. And
1 second.
I meant to hit the mute button, not the end call button.
Oh, there she goes.
You know what? I'm not even going to bother editing this episode. Just, yep.
Embrace the chaos.
Right.
I meant to hit mute, not end call.
So, for no, just because we haven't been we've been pretty much going everywhere, so I want to explore the house.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of just like, we have like the shut-in vibe, so it's just like, well, I'm gonna open every single cabinet in this entire house because I want to know where everything is.
We got cabin fever.
It's research. I'm doing research.
As you start opening the cabinets, the words.
So I'm starting in the kitchen, I guess, because I'm assuming the kitchen and like the living room are like attached, like it's like open.
Make me an investigation.
And guess
roll.
who's in the kitchen?
Make me an
In the kitchen.
Make me an investigation roll. Intelligence plus investigation.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. 1, 2, 3, and a hungry dice. So, hunger dice is a 6. We got a 4, a 2, a 4, and a 3. Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn. You ain't finding shit.
That's an absolute fail!
You find a bunch of mugs, a bunch of plates, some silverware, boxes of cereal, cleaning supplies under the sink and some garbage bags. That's about it. But as you're rooting through the kitchen, Krisha.
What?
Your phone dings. Text notification.
Oh, fuck. Still holding the box of cereal because I fully plan on eating one little bit of cereal just to see what it still tastes like. Pull out my phone. What is it? What does it say?
At first, you don't recognize the name.
Okay.
And then, the longer you look at it, it starts to... The name on the message is Alice.
Oh. what is the message? So I use the stylus because I got no vampire thingies. And so, like, I type in my passcode, and I go into the... I'm assuming... Is it a text message?
It is. You can't see the message from the preview, though.
Okay, so I'm going in the phone, and I open the message. What does it say?
Bone Collector's out for the night running an errand for me. Mentioned you might have need of finding some information. Found a potential contact for you. Headed your way. Should be there shortly.
Ooh.
Neat. Okay.
Your phone dings again. Don't worry about masquerade breaches.
I'm gonna need an awareness roll to remember what I asked the information for.
It would be a history roll.
It's gonna, if you want to, it's going to be intelligence plus history. And yes, I am going to make you roll this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Just so you know, every time the phone dings, since Alorah's in there, she's currently sitting on the table, and every time the phone dings, she just goes, "Ding, fries are done."
I don't have history.
No.
Then you use your intelligence dice.
You also have the ability to put a dot in there.
You can, yeah.
Wait,
requires
in
a
my
rouse
character
check.
sheet, I don't have history.
Yeah, but you can surge your blood to put a dot there temporarily for this roll.
No, I feel like I'm gonna need it later, so I'm just gonna trust the dice gods who haven't been very nice to me. Okay. Blood dice was a 6. I don't need any more hungy. 7. 8. Yes.
6, 7, 8. In a casino, that would have actually netted you some money. The information that Alice is talking about, while you can't be 100% sure because the message is fairly cryptic, may refer to your current quarry that you are chasing.
Okay.
You know, the dude that like was talking all that crazy shit about vampires and how they're real. And...
All right. Well,
Your phone dings again. It's from the Bone Collector. This message preview you can see clear as day. All it says is don't fuck it up.
I was expecting it, you idiot. You fucking idiot. Alright, so, and I tell my lovely person who I share a bedroom with, hey, we got company on the way. You may want to grab...
Me?
Wait, are you still downstairs?
She's been sitting on the kitchen counter the entire time.
Okay, here's the thing with Audley. I am just so used to her chaos at this point that it does not even faze me. She's hanging from a chandelier. She's like wrapped up in curtains. She's like in a making a mud pie. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
Yeah,
So it's like,
I was in there going, "Ding, fries are done," every time your phone dinged, and just sitting on the counter watching you receive messages, and then you just left to go tell someone else.
Yeah.
So I turn around and I go, "Hey, just got a text. Someone is coming to help us with our investigation. I'll go grab D if you go grab Val, okay?"
Hey,
That wasn't very convincing.
I'm going. I'm going. Um, can um, can you help for a second? I didn't realize how far away my feet were from the floor.
Under the armpits. Up, Turn.
One moment.
down.
You know what? You know what? I'm not even going to invite the chance for mishaps. I'm just going to give it to you.
Wait, I have a critical fail and just yeet her across the
No. What?
No. We're not entertaining it. So just a gentle
Yeah, you managed to
down.
pick her up and put her on the floor without a problem.
Okay, so I'll go grab D. Can you go grab Val, please?
So, with Dee hanging out with Marcus with the whole book thing, Dee would have gotten her phone out, gotten on like Kindle or something like that, and ordered a physical copy for herself, and then also downloaded the Kindle version so that way she could try catching up. So that way, when she gets the physical version, she could like continue hanging out with Marcus by having the physical copy.
There's one day
All
delivery.
right.
There's one day delivery for Prime if you want it.
Yes,
Hell yeah!
It'll be here tomorrow.
sweet. I'm still gonna catch up with the Kindle version.
Cool.
All
We're
right.
just like hanging out and reading together.
Knock.
Yes.
Hey, can I come in for a sec?
You okay with that, Marcus?
Yeah, go for it.
Come on in, and you just see me and Marcus just kind of on our stomachs on his bed reading.
Hey, I just got a text from.
I would like to remind you that you guys are like supposed to be bloodthirsty, ravenous monsters here.
Yeah, and we're reading.
Okay.
I would like to remind you that I am a walking hypocrisy. Anyway, D, I just got a message. Someone is coming to talk to us about our investigation, and the bone collector kind of roasted me.
As he does, yes.
I think we should convene downstairs before the person comes. Audley went to get Val.
Okay. Probably. Okay. Like everyone or just us?
I just grabbed us, but
I mean, do you want to watch what happens, Marcus? Fair enough. That is fair. I'll give you that. Okay. I'm gonna be back in a little bit then, hopefully. And she rolls off the bed.
Well,
see you later. Have fun.
As we're walking back to the living room, what were you guys doing in there? Looked like you were reading.
Yeah. Marcus and Elijah have been reading The Adventures of Sherwood Forest. Sherwood Forest. Words. The Robin Hood story. So I just got myself a copy, and I was trying to catch up with the Kindle version. But my physical copy should be here tomorrow.
When you're done reading it, can I?
Sure.
Awesome.
Or I could just get you a copy.
I would love that.
Buys a second copy. Places a second copy on the same order.
It'll be here tomorrow.
Sweet.
And we're going to shift over to Ottilie.
Yeah.
How much did that cost you?
I am going to go up to the door.
You hear what's going on inside before you even get to the door.
Yeah, see, that's kind of the thing. Like, I have hearing. I have extra hearing. So I'm just gonna go up to the door and start whispering and be like, Val, I know you can hear me. I know you can, because you're like 1,000,000 years old, and they need the Power Rangers downstairs. So when you're done with this, can we borrow our Power Ranger? because there's someone stopping by, and we don't have stepdaddy here to like moderate things, so we need your ancient ass to hang out with us.
For some reason, the screaming gets like incredibly louder and faster.
I'm going to be backing away now. A message has been given, and I feel like I got the wrong assignment, so I'm gonna go that way. I'm just gonna whisper as I run away. I'm running away now, and I'm gonna.
And you hear the
bolt down-
crescendo as you leave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bolt downstairs.
Did it
Be
feel
like,
loud enough for us downstairs to hear that?
I don't get paid enough for this.
Look,
them.
look,
Good for them.
everyone.
Good for them.
Message next time. I think someone with more experience should handle that room. But I have requested that our almighty Zordon join us this evening.
Just
So
before
when they're
you
done with the noises, I'm sure they'll be here.
actually leave the hallway, Val sticks her head out. I need some more towels and closes the door.
First of all, this is not a Motel 6. Secondly, do I look like I'm wearing a maid outfit? I'm already gonna have dreams about the noises I hear happening in there.
You're welcome.
No, I am fluffy enough that I could be mistaken for a towel, and I'm a little concerned. I do not appreciate this. I don't get paid enough, and no. And she's gonna do this while she goes into the bathroom and grabs the towels anyway. But instead of like bringing them to the door, she's gonna throw them at the door, and that's when she's gonna run downstairs and be like, "I told Zordon to get down here, but there's things, and I don't want to be the messenger anymore."
She's just laughing her ass off about, because obviously this would have been loud enough for the rest of the household to hear, and Dee would have just been laughing her ass off at this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The people pleaser in Elizabeth is just like, should I go do the towels? Should I, the oldest daughter people pleaser is like, should I just do it?
You should go down the door because there's somebody there.
No. It's okay, Liz. It's okay, Liz. Just
I
enjoy the show.
Yeah,
Go
I
get
threw
the
the
door.
towels
Go
at
get
the
the
door
door.
and I ran. We're okay.
Oh shit! There's someone at the front door, and Dee will go to the front door.
I'm not kidding.
As you open the front door, I am going to get Sammy to describe themselves, please.
In front of you, you see a woman. Red hair, brown eyes, red hair about shoulder length, around that. She's kind of wearing gothic punk attire, and yet weirdly the jacket she's wearing is more like a sort of professional jacket. It's almost as if someone said be professional and she said fine and threw a coat on.
It's a corporate goth.
Essentially, yeah. So she looks you up and down and says, I was told to be here. You're expecting me?
Yes, we were just told about you. Come in.
Good. She reaches in her pocket, and as she's walking through the hallway with you, she hands you a business card.
It takes a business card.
On the business card, it says Samantha Redskies, night shift investigator. And then she kind of glances over and says, call me Sammy, though, but that's professional.
That's fine. I'm Dee.
Pleasure to meet you.
And we're like as Sammy and I would be walking back to like the common area and whatnot. Dee would also be like conversing with Sammy in much the way that she would converse with people when she was human, doing the lawyering thing. Because as a human, Dee used to be in what was it?
Paralegal.
Paralegal. So, and leading Sammy into the common area where Val, Audley, and Liz are. Oh, Val's not downstairs yet.
Oh, you have by now. Well, as you guys are entering the room, Val walks in, flapping housecoat and nothing else. Goes into the kitchen. She grabs a bunch of food. As she passes, "I'll be right with you," and then back to her room, and she'll pop back out probably in about 5 minutes.
That is the most Val thing, though.
To date.
And she just watched her while she went past and everything and just... All right.
That's Val.
Clearly.
Over here we also have Audley, and then we have Elizabeth.
Pleasure to meet all of you.
Audley, Elizabeth, this is Sammy.
Do I get to do it like Supernatural and go, Sammy?
You're not big enough to be a moose, sorry.
I'm not, but I'll try.
I was told that you needed to find information. I happen to be good at that sort of thing.
Yes. There is an individual who has been running amok, so to speak, spewing tellings of monsters of the night being real and whatnot, and then just being all around loud with the public.
Are we talking masquerade breach loud?
Yeah.
Fun.
A couple weeks ago, we had to help one of our other contacts scrub some security footage at the mall downtown.
The last bit of security footage we saw, he was headed toward River Valley, but that was as much as we could gather from the evidence we had.
Yeah. Anything else would have to be pulled from street cams or other security footage from some other places in River Valley, don't know where. Most likely we would have to start with street cams.
I have some contacts I might be able to pull some strings with. It'll be fun to explain that as always, but theoretically I could work through it.
The
Just
way
don't
that
ask
you've
the
been running...
birds.
Huh?
Don't ask the birds. They will not give you information.
Noted.
I think the best way to explain it, based on how he was in this footage that we saw, an escaped mental health patient.
Well, that means
That's
we've
kinda
got
how
at
he
least we've got a little bit of a fuse then.
Quick question, I forgot to ask last time. The video footage of said person, how clear is it?
Make me an intelligence and history.
I was just about to ask if Val could make one of her exquisite doodles.
That's what I was going to ask. That's yeah. Okay, so you said intelligence and history?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I blind? Is history not on my sheet?
It's under your skills tab.
So we...
That's weird, it's not listed.
Hold on.
Oh, it's under, I put it under academics.
Yeah.
That works. Actually, hold on a second. There might be something better there. Just give me 1 second to look over the sheet. Yeah, we'll go with academics, I suppose. Or
Yeah.
Could this fall under crafting in my case? Because of what I'm going
nope,
to be using?
because your drawing is going to be a separate roll.
Okay. I was just thinking that the skills used to memorize somebody's face and stuff is the same
You know what?
sort of.
let's switch that to insight instead. Intelligence and insight.
Okay.
Knowing Val, this shouldn't be a problem.
Right. Unless she rolled all ones. Holy shit.
Oh, ye of little faith. So, we're going to start off with the ones that didn't make it.
Okay.
A 2 and a 4.
Yep.
Quick question. Does my snacking on my lovely lady fill the 1 point of hunger?
If you have 1 point of hunger, it stays like that until you kill somebody.
Right. Okay, never mind then. Right, age, meh. We're not good. She's just for funsies,
It
not
also,
for killing.
yeah, because of your age, I believe it also takes you like twice as much or something like that.
Yeah, it does. So
she'd have to kill 2 people?
something like that. Anyway, okay.
No.
So we have a hunger dice that is a 7.
Mhm.
And then we have an 8, a 9, and 3 10s.
Damn.
That's gonna be 1 second. 8 successes altogether, if my math is correct.
Yep.
Which, yeah, the footage wasn't overly. It wasn't the best, but you're pretty sure that you can pull something from it. Like you're pretty
Okay.
sure that from what you remember, you can draw something.
All right. So as you guys are talking, Val will have come back out dressed this time. Well, dressed is a moderate term when it comes to Val. She's enjoying the fact that this century does not care about nudity. For a reminder for those who are not in the know, Val happens to be heavily covered in tattoos, but they are incredibly ancient. So it's definitely not something that you would see a lot of right now.
So you walk out into the crowd as Dee and Sammy are talking about, oh, your current quarry, the guy that you're trying to chase down. You overhear them talking about this a little bit. Do you interject?
Yeah, sorry, I was. Well, sorry for the delay. I had someone to take care of. But I believe I can at least offer a little bit of illumination on our query.
Any
And
information you can offer would be most helpful.
Val's going to make her way to, I guess, like, what, in the living room? So,
Yeah,
coffee
you're in
table.
the living room
Yeah.
/ common area.
Yeah, so she's just going to basically, like, sit on the floor in front of the coffee table and draw a quick sketch from what she remembers of it. And as she's doing this, she's on another note, also, there were some witnesses, mortals from what I can tell, but thankfully they were so oblivious, as most times seem to be nowadays, that they did not actually take interest in the show. And I will make a crafting skill.
That's going to be intelligence and crafting.
If you hear whistling winds on my end, there is a bit of a storm happening outside my home at the moment.
You're good. If I keel over dead, it's because I died of smoke inhalation.
If I
No.
kill over, it's from doing hot girl shit.
Yep.
Makes the allergies I'm dealing with tonight seem trivial.
None of y'all are allowed to die. Don't make
Ooh-wee.
me break my Ouija board. Roll.
All right, so we'll start with the fail, which was a 2. There's just 1.
Okay.
Our Hugger dice is an 8.
Okay.
There are 2 other 8s, so that's 3 8s total.
Okay.
2 10s and 3 6s.
Again, for you, this is a quick sketch. For most other individuals, this may be a piece that should probably be preserved in a museum at some point.
And she
Meticulous
just-
attention to detail, absolutely stunning beauty. Nobody could have done a better job.
And she hands it to you like it's a whatever.
Middle-aged man, 3-piece suit, Caucasian.
I have some friends that would envy your work. Good job.
Well, if they're willing to pay, they can have it.
This is the sort of thing I'd almost hang up on my wall. Anyway, this'll help. Is it on a piece of paper where she can kind of fold it up and everything?
Yep.
Okay, so she just folds it up, tucks it in her jacket. You know, got a big pocket in there for stuff like that. So otherwise, any more leads I need to know about?
Just that he kept spewing about things that is masquerade breachable, and that's pretty much all we had gotten. Unless Val, you got something extra?
I'm unsure about this one, and I think for this one, I think for this one we might have to do a little bit of inside voice talking.
Okay.
So
You turn in
I
words
can
for
use
advantage.
telepathy.
Oh,
Okay.
are you talking 2D?
Yes. Well, let me double check that if it's limited to just one person.
One moment, please stand by. Player loading.
Okay, I can just. All right. Okay, yeah, no, just one person's. All right, we'll go with. Yeah, we'll go with D.
Okay.
It's an int and aspects one. Plus arouse.
Making a rouse check first.
It's a 7.
Heyo.
That is a success.
So many die.
All the dice.
Okay, so the hunger die is a 2, unfortunately.
Oof.
But we have 9 successes. We have 4 6s, 3 8s, a 9, and a 10.
Yeah, that'll work. So who are you communicating with?
We're gonna go with D.
Okay.
And
I feel-
essentially,
Yeah, basically sending, and where I feel prodding in my brain.
Yeah, so basically you hear Valerie's voice coming from inside your own head. It might be disconcerting if this is the first time you've ever heard it. Might give you a bit of a start.
we technically have information because of the prophecy, but I'm not sure if that's something that we want to throw around.
Am I able to respond back in telepathy?
No, but I can hear I can hear everything you're thinking.
Okay.
I'm in there.
Okay. But just blinking a couple times. And do you give D like a look saying, yes, I know what you're thinking? Or okay, I was like, and so in my head, not saying anything out loud, but in my head, I think in response, I don't think we should talk about the prophecy bit. I don't think the prophecy bit is really relevant at this time.
Okay.
We're more so looking for the physical person. Depending on what we find out from him, maybe the prophecy bit might become relevant. At this time, we're just trying to look for the body. Alive, preferably.
You just kind of get like a look of acknowledgement. Like there's nothing happening, but you can tell that she understands.
Mm-hmm. And all the
then in that
while,
case-
all the while, like Dee is still doing like the contemplative thing, expression-wise. Yeah, no, not a whole lot, much else besides what we had.
Is that still enough to start?
Would I have been able to intuitively tell that they're holding something back?
Make me an intelligence plus insight roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would Val and I have to roll to hide the fact that we were telepathically talking to each other?
One,
Persuasion.
That or subterfuge.
It's going to be charisma plus subterfuge. Or sorry, composure plus subterfuge.
I don't
If
know.
only
crap.
I was in this role, I would finally, my strength would be achieved. I would be my perfect form.
Sammy, what's your
Don't-
roll?
Don't even bother. No successes. Not a single blasted one.
Were any of them a critical fail?
There was one skull on my die, so that's a critical fail, but I think you need 2 of them before it. I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I can't remember the rules on that.
Yeah, let me check my critical fail rules. It's been a hot minute.
Grandma's judging us.
Failure. And hunger dice. Bestial failure. That critical fail, was that a hunger dice?
Yes.
Okay, so
Ooh.
I'm looking at a potential bestial failure. Give me 1 second.
Oops.
The bestial failure is only a failure if the whole roll is a failure, which yours was.
Oh,
Oh.
If you roll a
no.
bestial fail on your hunger roll, this means the beast inside of you has taken some portion of your initiative away. This means you are more bestial and vampiric than you were before you rolled. You could end up with a paths, or you could end up hungrier than you were before. The beast could try and exert itself more. In this case, we're going to bring the beast to the surface a little bit.
Oh no.
I knew my drawing was good, but damn.
Oh,
There's something going on. You can't tell what it is, and you don't like not knowing things.
Okay.
you okay?
I know when someone's not telling me something. Be honest with me. You really wouldn't like me if you piss me off.
Can I make an insight as to what's going on with Sammy here?
Insight plus intelligence.
I think I would have picked it up right away.
You know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and soothe some ruffled feathers.
So you said.
Let me-
Oh, go ahead.
Intelligence plus insight.
Okay.
Go ahead, Valerie.
Let me put it to you this way. If the prince wants you to know, the prince will tell you.
Oh, great. We're dealing with the Camarilla. Fantastic. Oh,
So my 2 hunger dice?
Hopefully that is enough for you to understand that there are things perhaps that could help. But honestly, I do not think it would do anything other than merely cloud the matter further. We truly, truly don't know anything truly important regarding anything that could help you find this individual.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry, D, what did you roll?
So for my 2 hunger dice that I currently have, I got 9s on both of them. And then, let's see here. I just need 3 more dice. A 3, a 10, and a 5.
Yeah, it's the beast rearing its head.
Oof.
By the way, she looks at Val and says, "Sweetheart, you're dealing with an anarch. That excuse doesn't work too well with us. But fine. As a wise man once said, have your secrets."
Oh.
Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to play by these rules either. We are all victims of our own circumstances.
Yeah. And right now we were given the task of finding the physical person.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
By the way, while I'm just all nice and sparked up, you four wouldn't have heard anything about a a hospital, perchance, would you have?
Like anything recent about a hospital, or?
Oh, big kerfuffle, bunch of people broke in, caused a huge stir about it. You know, it was on the news. I collected several papers in my files about it, you know, that sort of thing. Any ideas at all?
She's just like looking genuinely confused while on the inside she's screaming.
That's when Alorah or Audley's going to step up and be like, in the words of one of my favorite people, when they were in trouble, that depends on what your definition of is.
Val starts to laugh, like uncontrollable cackle laugh.
That cracks her too a little bit. Like that does work a little bit to start to calm her down a little bit just with a thing like that. Look, I'm not going to turn you in, but you just need to know who you're dealing with.
Oh.
I notice things. It's my job. Plus, I'm going to let you know everyone's heard about this. Okay, you didn't need my skills to hear about this incident. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Val's going to look at D and just be like, "Shh. I'm willing with all of my being."
Is that telepathy thing still up by chance? Out of character question?
How long does it say it lasts for, Val?
Oh, it is raining.
It does. This particular where I'm looking at right now, it doesn't actually say, but I haven't like turned it off.
What's the name of the ability?
Hold on, I'm double checking here.
Grabbing my rule book, 1 moment.
Huh, that's cool. I can act like I'm like a walking switchboard operator. Sweet.
That's gonna be Auspex?
Yeah, it's an Auspex.
It is currently raining cats and dogs outside my window right now.
I am nowhere near your outside.
Scanning.
It's weird, I'm not actually seeing anything on how, like the duration.
System. Duration, roughly 1 minute.
Oh, shit nuggets. I am so sorry. That was my computer.
Ow.
Sorry.
Roughly 1 minute per rouse check, increased to a full scene on consenting subjects. I'm assuming you guys would be consenting?
Yeah.
In this case, yes, this would be for this entire scene.
Okay.
So with the telepathy thing still up, D is going to, like, still in this position, kind of think to Val. I think we should probably trust this one at least a little bit, because one, she a bit angry right now, and second, like, Bone Daddy sent her to us.
You hear a sigh, but it's not like it's not the sigh you were expected. You were expecting her to tell you were stupid, but in fact, she's kind of agreeing with you. You sense a curiosity along with that.
There's also a bit of curiosity from D as well.
So I'm going to turn to Sammy. I'm frankly not surprised that a lot of people have heard about it, at least to one extent or another. What I don't think a lot of people have heard about was, let's just say there were some things under the surface that still weigh heavily.
Oh, such as?
And I'm, given your earlier declaration of your skills, I'm finding myself curious to see if you couldn't also lend those skills for other answers that some of us have been struggling with. Yeah. I'm assuming that what we say here stays here at the moment, given our mutual connections.
Maybe we should talk about
As
what is talked about. Maybe make sure that the walls themselves don't have the ears.
It's your house, don't worry. If there was something going on, I'd know.
I may have found a thing in my room. What was that about?
Don't worry about it.
okay. I mean, at the moment, you are my client.
Mm-hmm.
Someone with interest to have you get your questions answered has sent me along. So as far as I'm concerned, if you have concerns, then I'll try to act upon them.
Sweet.
Very well. Then in that case, it may interest you to know that that hospital was acting as, I guess you could call it, a involuntary donation center.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Also,
People were being snatched from the streets.
and there's
The homeless population.
and somebody seems to be after me specifically, or at least something in my blood.
All right.
Not something I'm willing to throw around.
All right.
We would have picture evidence, but during our sleep after the fact, someone went and scrubbed our phones.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
I even
So-
have to deal with one too, but I don't trust it.
I'm gonna step in here for a second, and I'm going to give you just a tiny bit of information. Part of the information purge that the Bone Collector had done included your phones.
Yeah, that I figured.
He would have told you this.
And by now, Val would have remembered everything and drawn extras.
I didn't know that, so Dee would not have said that last bit about the scrubbing of the phones then.
You good? We can leave it out in the open if you want. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Looks like my corkboard at my office is about to get very busy. other concerns before I walk out the door? I'll give you my contact information, of course. It's on the card. So
Yeah, I have it here.
good.
I'm good.
She looks at every single one of you just to make sure everybody is clear heads and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
No
if
problem.
anything develops, like, you're definitely going to be one to know.
All right. And if there's anything else you need to tell me about the case or anything, then you have my contact information. Just get a hold of me.
Yep.
Well, until then, you've given me something to do, so I will get on it.
Again, sorry for ruffling the feathers.
Sorry for the feathers getting ruffled. Well, all of you understand how that happens sometimes.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time.
Have a pleasant night, and be careful out there.
You too.
Literally, the thing that can kill us is running wild.
Yeah.
And she turns around and shows herself out the door.
Or one of us could have shown you out the door.
Yeah, if one of you doesn't, then she'll just do it first.
She will show you out the door.
Okay.
She'll be nice. She'll show you out the door. She feels bad for the ruffling of the feathers.
As you bid farewell to Sammy, we are going to cut here to our BRB screen. This may actually be an episode on its own. I don't know. We'll see how things go.